In today's video, what I'd like to do is try to connect the concepts of factoring and graphing. So something we've been working on the past couple days into something that we were working on in the past weeks. So as a warm-up, let's start by solving by factoring here. All right, so to do this, let me start making my table. Start always with the easy stuff like this. That's the only thing that can produce an x squared. I need to get a -8. So how can I do that? And this is where we want to use our critical thinking skills to help us eliminate choices. So like I have choices like -8 and 1. I have choices like 8 and -1. I have choices like 4 and -2. And I have choices like -4 and +2. Now, when I say critical thinking skills, you guys, what I mean by that is, look at what I need to get in the middle, a negative number, which means I need the negative number to be larger. So I'm going to go ahead and say, you're not going to work. You're not going to work. -8 plus 1 is -7, so you're not going to work. -4 and 2, though, yeah, it's going to work great. Because now I'll have 2x and -4x. So when we write this in factored form, x minus 4 times x plus 2 equals 0. So my solutions, x could be 4. If I plugged in a 4 here, I'd get 0. Or we could be -2 for the same reasons. All right, so there's our warm-up. We're solving that by factoring. Now let's move to talking about what these solutions mean in context. Let's not forget they're x-intercepts. So 4, 0 and -2, 0 are points. They're points that I can use to graph. So let's think about what else I can use to graph. Okay, right now we are in standard form. So I could write this as y equals this whole equation, and I can forget about this for now. Okay, where I have ax squared plus bx plus c. And then we also did this work to get it into intercept form, like this. Y equals x minus 4 times x plus 2. And that form's supposed to look like this. X minus p times x minus q. So when I start thinking about what do I know, I have the ability to look at both forms and come up with a lot of information. First of all, and most obviously, is what we just solved for, the x-intercepts. 4, 0, -2, 0. If I look at standard form, I know the y-intercept is always 0b. So here the y-intercept is 0, -8. I can find the axis of symmetry a number of ways. I'm going to use -b over 2a to do -2 over 2 times 1. That's going to be just 2 over 2, which is 1. So I used that equation from standard form to find it, but what I'd like to do to find the vertex is show you how, if that's my understanding, that x equals 1 is where I'm going to find the axis of symmetry, I can take that and just plug it in here, right? Plug it into my intercept form. I think it's easier than plugging it in here and having to worry about if I get all this stuff right. I think I would rather find out what happens if I do 1 minus 4 times 1 plus 2. 1 minus 4 is -3 times +3. So the vertex is that if I plug in 1, I have -9. So I have a lot of points here, you guys. A vertex, a y-intercept, which I can copy to the other side, and 2 x-intercepts. That's 5 points right there that I've just deciphered from this piece. And now I can carry that information with me and try and graph this thing, right? I had an axis of symmetry at 1. The vertex was down here at 1, -9. I had a y-intercept of 0, -8, and I had points like -2, 0, and 4, 0. I can just copy this to the other side. And just like that, I have a really, really clear picture, you guys, of what I want this graph to look like. So what I'd like us to do for the rest of class is just practice this art, this ability to take something in standard form, factor it, and then in the combination of having standard form and intercept form, can we piece together enough information to graph as quickly as possible? So I have this second one here that I would like you guys to try on your own time. But for now, I'll end this video. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about what it takes to factor when the leading coefficient is not 1. We've been lucky so far in keeping it simple. We'll try and make it more complicated tomorrow.